वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीमात्रे नमः नमस्ते everyone. In today's session, we are going to review the Nama Kamesa Jnaata Soubhagya Mardavoru Dwayanvita. The entire line of the shloka is one Nama and must be pronounced in full. From this Nama onwards, Vasinyadi Devatas describe the Shakti Kootam. Shakti Kootaika Tapanna Katyatopaka Dharini. Kati, from the Kati, which is the hip. Adoba means the region below the kati, region below the hip. That means the thighs, the jangama region, the feet, all the region that is below the kati. Shakti Kootaika Tapanna Katya Adoba. Katya Dopaka Dharini. The region below the hip is called as the Shakti Kootam, and the namas that Vasinyadi Devatas are going to describe are from this Shakti Kootam. Let's review this Nama first. Kamesa Jnaata Soubhagya Mardavoru Dwayanvita. Kamesa is Lord Kameswara. Jnata means one who knows. Only Kameswara knows. Soubhagyam, the Saubhagyam, the very auspicious and Mangalam, the Soubhagya aspects of Marda Ooru. Marda means Mridhu, means very soft. Only he knows how soft the Ooru is the thigh. The thighs of Sri Lalitambika are. How many thighs are there? Dwayam means two. There are two thighs of Sri Lalitambika. Dwaya Anvita. She has two thighs. And only Sri Kameswara knows how soft and mridhu they are. That's the core aspect of this Nama. Now, Ooru, Marda Ooru means the thigh. We are familiar with the Devakanika, the Apsara, Urvashi. Urvashi was born from the Ooru, the thigh of Lord Narayana, hence she is called Urvasi, Ooru Bhagam. Lord Venkateshwara Swami has his thigh or hand on his thigh. So this hastam is called Ooru Hastam. Like this Nama is going to describe the Ooru Soundaryam. That means the Soundaryam of the thighs, the greatness of this thighs, the Saubhagyam of this thighs. That's what we are going to meditate upon in this session. Kamesha Jnata. Who knows? Only Kameshwara knows the Saubhagyam and Mridutvam of the two Urus of Sri Lalitambika, says this Nama. Why is it said only Lord Kameshwara knows the Saubhagyam and Mridutvam of Sri Lalitambika's thighs? It is because Goddess sits on the lap of Lord Kameshwara. Hence, he is the only one that can feel the softness. How can you feel the mridutvam of something? Say we have a cotton cloth. We can say cotton is soft, but how can you actually feel the softness of it? Only when you touch and see it, only when you are able to feel it on you, right? Similarly, Lord Kameshwara has goddess in his lap. Hence, he is the only one that can feel the softness and greatness of this Urubhagam. Hence, Kamesha Jnata. Hence, no one else can go near her except Lord Kameshwara. The Soundaryam of the Patni is only known to the Pati. That is the Pativrata Dharmam. Who knows the softness of the Urubhagam? Only the Pati knows the softness. So, that is the Pativrata Dharmam that the Nama is trying to explain to us here. Only the Pati knows the Soundaryam of the Patni. Very beautiful concept conveyed here. For example, we can say, how is honey? We can answer saying, honey, oh, honey is sweet. Then the next question comes, how sweet is the honey? I have to find some examples to say the sweetness of the honey. Perhaps honey is sweeter than sugar. We can keep giving comparisons and explanations like that, but only the person that tasted the honey would know the real taste of honey, isn't it? Similarly, only Lord who has seated the Devi in his lap knows the symmetry and smoothness of her thighs, hence the usage of Kamesha Jnata. Who knows? Only Kameshwara knows. That is the way to meditate on this nama, to to actually bring the visual of Sri Kameshwari sitting in the lap of Kameshwara and chanting this nama, Kamesa Jnaata Soubhagya Mardavoru Dwayanvita. Now, in Soundarya Lahari, Acharya describes some comparison to this Ooru in Sloka 82, which is recited as follows. Karindranam Sundan Kanaka Kadali Kanda Patali Ubhabhyam Urubhyam Ubhayamapi nirjitya bhavati Suvritabhyam Patyuhu Pranati Katinabhyam Girisute Vidighe Janubhyam Vibhudakari Kumbhadvayamhasi. In this shloka, Acharya describes two main things to compare to the Ooru or the thigh of Sri Lalitambika. Of course, even though we describe as an object of comparison, there are very many deep tattvartha behind this that is only known to Kamesa Jnata. So we can only give so much explanation for this nama because Vasinyadi Devatas themselves say only Kamesa Jnata. Only Kameshwara knows. So what would we know? So the way to meditate on this is to pray to Lord Kamesa to help us understand this nama the way in which Soundarya Lahari and all other great shlokas are describing it. And that is what we are attempting to do. But only Lord Kamesa knows the Saubhagyam and the Mridutvam of those Ooru. So in this shloka, Acharya says, Karindranam. Karindra means the elephant, the greatest elephants. Sundan means their trunk. The first upamanam that is given to the thighs. How is Ambal's thigh, the Ooru Bhagam? It is like Karindra Sundan, the trunk of the elephant. Can we compare your thighs to the elephant's trunk? Let's see. The elephant's trunk, how it is. It is very big up at the top and then slowly it tapers down and then becomes smaller. Let's look at Ambal's thighs. Yes, it is big at the top and then slowly it tapers down to become smaller. So maybe like that. How is the elephant's trunk? Karindranam Sundan. It is long and elongated. How is Ambal's thigh? It's also long and elongated. Wide at the top, both are long, both tapers towards the end. So, yeah, perhaps we can think of a upamanam like that, but think of it, elephant's trunk. How is Karindranam Sundan? It is very, very rough. Whereas Vasinyadi Devatas are saying, Mardavoru, Mridutvam. Oh, your thighs are so soft. So there is no way we can compare the thighs of the elephant's trunk, says Acharya, as Karindranam Sundan. First comparison is to the elephant's trunk. The second comparison is for Kanaka Kadali Kanda Patali. Kanakam means gold, Kadali Palam means the banana tree, the plantain tree. That's the second. Here there is a bunch of golden yellow plantain stems, banana trees. So the next comparison Acharya asks, your thighs can be compared to Kanaka Kadali Kanda Patali, the yellow stalks of the plantain stems. Can we compare them? They both are long. Yes, they both are yellow in color. Plantains, if you see the stem of the plantain tree, it is yellow in color and it is long. Ambal's thigh region is also yellow. So can we compare this? No, we cannot because the stems are just yellow and gold, whereas your urus are Saubhagyam, they are shining in gold color and as Parama Mangalam. Vasinyadi Devatas says Soubhagya Mardavoru. They are not just yellow in color, but they are Saubhagyam, they are Parama Mangalam. So Ubhayam api. Ubhayamapi nirjitya bhavati. Ubhayamapi means comparing these two, the elephant's trunk, which is Karindranam Sundan, as well as Kanaka Kadali Kanda Patali, the plantain's yellow region. Ubhayamapi, Ubhabhyam Urubhyam, your two thighs, nirjitya bhavati. Jeet means to gain victory. Obviously, there is no comparison to an elephant trunk or to the plantain stem. Nirjitya bhavati. It unmatchedly surpasses the glory of everything that we can ever find as comparison, says Acharya in this shloka. And in the shloka, Acharya gives very special upasana palan. Actually, the commentators of Soundarya Lahari gives a very special upasana palan for this nama and for this region. Right? This is Shakti Kootam, which is the region below the hip, which is the leg, and the related angas related to the leg. Leg is where padukas, guru padukas are being adorned, right? So some commentary says that Paduka mantras are implied in this nama. That's the Shakti Kootam. Shakti Kootaika Tapanna Katte Dopaka Darini. Kati, the region below the Kati, the region below the hip, that is where the legs are, and Guru Padukas are adorned in it. So, some of the commentaries say that the Paduka mantram is implied in this. The Upasana Palan of reciting the shloka in Soundarya Lahari is mentioned as the ability to walk in water. Of course, we have to get the Diksha from the Guru on this Soundarya Lahari Shloka and on the mantras, because all Sri Vidya mantras are to be learnt only from the Guru. Here it says Kamesa Jnaata. Only Kamesa knows the greatness of that mantra, says Vasinyadi Devatas themselves, right? So here, the sadhaka who gets the Diksha from Guru on this shloka, on this Paduka mantram, gets the Upasana Palan to walk in water. If we recollect, Padmapada Acharya is exemplary Guru Bhakti. He is standing on the side of the river. Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya calls Padmapadar. So he immediately wants to come rushing to be on the feet of his guru. The river is swelling with water. He has to cross the river from this side to this side, but as soon as being called by the guru, he just walks across the swelling river. At that time, with every step that he takes in the water that's flowing at great speed, a lotus appeared under his padam, hence he is called a Padma Padar. So that's the Upasana Palan, the ability to walk in water. It's called Jala. Jala means water. Jala Stambhana Vidya. The ability to walk in water is considered as the Upasana Palan from this Soundarya Lahari shloka for related to this nama. So everything comes from Guru, and the Guru for this Sri Vidya mantra is Kamesa. And hence Vasinyadi Devatas mention Kamesa Jnaata. He is the only one who knows the greatness of that Ooru Soundaryam, the Soundaryam of the thighs. In this, some commentaries also say that Vasinyadi Devatas have also secretly packed special mantras of Sri Lalitambika inside the term Soubhagya and Marda. Soubhagya means Paramamangalam, Marda means Mridhutvam, the softness. By saying Soubhagya and Marda, by describing the Oorus, Vasinyadi Devatas have specially secretly packed special mantras of Sri Lalitambika here, and the only way of knowing Devi's mantras is from Lord Kamesa. Why? Because Kamesa Jnaata. He is the only one that knows. Lord Kameswara, Lord Parameshwara is the Adi Guru from whom all the Vidya of goddesses can be known. Hence the usage Kamesa Jnaata. Lord Kamesa is the only one that knows the greatness of the Saubhagyam and the Mridutvam of the Ooru of Goddess Sri Lalitambika. That is this Nama, Kamesa Jnaata Soubhagya Mardavoru Dwayanvita. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next Nama in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you so much everyone. Shri Matre Namaha.